The coastal forest layers on Tenerife, consisting of the Thermophilous forest and the cardonal-tabaibal vegetation, have been heavily damaged by human presence, leading to 98% of the original vegetation being lost. The patches that are still left are very fragmented and are still under threat of further development. The conservation of these ecosystems is difficult and is running into a lot of obstacles. The biggest project on the ground is taking place in the rural park of Teno, in the northwest of Tenerife. Here, in 2006, a pilot reforestation program has been started over an area of 50 hectares. Ruben is taking us to this area to show us what is left of the reforestation program today. I speak on the phone to Rüdiger Otto, professor in restoration ecology on Tenerife and one of the people that realized the reforestation project of the Thermophilous forest in Teno. He tells me that 4,000 juniper trees have been planted in this area. That was once a cereal farm and was then abandoned. Abandoned farmlands are increasingly common on Tenerife, as people leave the hard farming life behind to start working in the tourism industry down at the coast. The juniper trees are mainly dependent on ravens for their long-distance dispersal, but due to the few raven pairs left on the island, projects like the LIFE project are important for the regeneration of the juniper tree. Only around 400 of the planted trees are still alive today, due to too little management and watering of the seedlings. After 3 years, the money from the European Union and the Counsel of Tenerife that were financing the project had completely been used. That's not nearly enough for the 20 to 30 years that it takes to see the results of forest regeneration. The LIFE project is located in a rural park of Teno, one area out of a network of protected areas on the Canary Islands, which is another measure trying to protect and conserve nature.
In my opinion, the most important conservation effort for the moment is the establishment of the network of protected areas from the Canary government. It was established initially in the 87 and later in the 94. There was a main revision of this network protected areas. At this moment we have about 40% of the territory of the island, of the land of the island, protected by this network.
We are now standing in a rural park, and I guess a rural park. What does it exactly mean that it's a rural park? What kind of rules are in place?
Rural park is similar in some ways to natural park, but this is not the same, because rural park means that the human populations are living inside this protected area. The idea is to combine the protection and conservation of the biodiversity, but also the human populations and human diversity of agriculture, for example, derivative from human presence, to preserve the agriculture also and the traditional way of life of the people together with the biodiversity. It's difficult, but it's possible. It's not impossible to preserve both questions. No?
Besides the network of protected areas and reforestation programs, educational efforts form another part of the nature conservation on Tenerife. José Casanova is the president of the Association of Friends of the Natural History Museum in Santa Cruz, that is offering a range of educational activities.
Bueno, en cuanto a las actividades de la asociación, la educación ambiental es uno de los ejes prioritarios y, por supuesto, lo que nos interesa es que la gente vea in situ lo que son las características de nuestra naturaleza, pero también de nuestros problemas, intentando analizar cuáles son las partes negativas y buscar qué cosas se pueden hacer para resolver esos problemas ambientales que efectivamente tenemos.
Despite the efforts that are being undertaken, the cardonal-tabaibal and the Thermophilous forests on Tenerife are hugely suffering from human development. In the town Abades on the southeast coast of the island, we find just one of many examples of the planned expansion of holiday houses in one of the last areas of well-preserved cardonal-tabaibal vegetation. The traces of construction usually do not get cleaned away and are destroying the landscape. There is a lack of money and a lack of active people that are fighting for the conservation of these coastal ecosystems. Next time, we will discuss potential strategies that could make the conservation of the pristine ecosystems on Tenerife more successful.